Right, we are live. That means I better get the tech set up on this end. So let me just get the laptop up and running as well. Just as we're going live, don't take any offense if I mute you. It's just so that we can use the recording at a later stage. There, it looks like we're starting to go live down here as well. That's good news. No, we don't have to join with that. I'm probably going to turn this video off for now because we don't need it. There you go. All right, so as we're going live, we're going to give it 1 or 2 more minutes for a couple more people to join us. And again, this is the Power Half Hour. We get together as a community and we get to share some information and we get to ask questions and we get to engage. And so if you bring all of you to this call and you bring your questions and you bring your thoughts, then you add more DNA, you add more of you into the community. And that's really where the strength of this project lies. It lies in the community as well. So just as we're going live here, if you're comfortable turning your videos on, I absolutely love it because then I can see you and it feels like we're hanging out. So I can see Andrew Harrod-Cedis is taking notes at the moment. I can see Angela Graves in Zim, Cedric Ralston driving that car all the time. Cedric, so good to see you. We got Matthew online as well. Matthew, this is your day. You had questions about Lydian World. Today we're doing Lydian World. So this is your day, my man. We got Lana, Chris, Alan Davis online as well. I can see Rudolph and Brosius is online too. Mike Weston, fantastic to see. Kitty Mara, always good to see you as well. I can see John, Rich Moore, Fiona, Hull Taylor. So we're just about ready to get going. There is going to be some background noise. I'm in our common room area here in the house. My boys are having a bit of screen time on their tablet. So there's going to be a little bit of excitement there. So just bear with me. We all live in each other's pockets here. So we're going to crack on. We're going to get going. This is recorded. So if you're watching this as a recording, well done. I'm going to try to keep it to half an hour. I know we've gone slightly over the last few calls, but that is because there's so much information coming out at the moment. And again, we as a community have a lot of questions for each other. So let me just turn my chat function on so I can get that over there. Yeah, I can see that. That's great. And let's dive into today's call. We're unpacking Lydian World. So let's have a look at what Lydian World is, and let's get really clear on how it's purpose built for future growth as well as real world use now. So I'm going to do some screen sharing and I'm going to be going to the flip chart. So we're going to kind of be bouncing in and out of screen sharing and real camera and screen sharing. So bear with me. I'm going to start off by screen sharing. So I'm going to flip that on. And I'm going to take you into my GSPartners dashboard. So just to let you know how I got you, and maybe I'll just move this little tab out the way so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I came into GSPartners, and we've all got this tab over here on the side. If you've got a GSPartners dashboard, this is what it looks like. A whole lot of options on the side, a whole lot of new options. I came down to Lydian World, and I clicked on dashboard, and it opened up this Lydian World very short summary. And over here, we can see in Lydian World, there are certain ranks or positions that people can get per country. And I'm going to unpack that in a moment. And also, it shows you where the rewards for those citizens are coming from. In other words, it breaks down exactly where the cost or the fees that are being paid into the citizens and into the president's pockets, etc., all coming from. So we're going to do a breakdown of that in a moment as well. I'm just showing you some navigation stuff before we dive into it. So that is under the Lydian World dashboard. And again, you can go and scroll between position table and country rewards. We're going to unpack that in a moment, so stay with me. And then there's this other tab over here that says Lydian Live Map. So you click on the Lydian Live Map, it opens up a new tab for you. And this is what oh, wait, hold on. When I screen share, I'm actually going to share it. So wait, screen share, it's a separate tab. So I've got to click open the separate tab here. Let me do that properly. Okay, we're going back into it. Okay, so when you click on Lydian World, it opens up a live map. And this is what the map looks like. It's a map of the world. And again, you can zoom in by using your mouse on your laptop or computer. Mine is freaking out right now. There you go. I think it's got a bit bigger. And so you can zoom in on the world map and you can zoom into certain countries. And you can go and select different countries and get a little breakdown of what's happening in that country. So let's just click on Algeria just for the sake of navigating a little bit on here. Algeria is slowly going to load on the side here. It's going to tell us the population. Look at this. Algeria is basically untouched at the moment. There's a lot that can happen in here, positions that are available to be bought. So that's just an example of one country. But the thing that I wanted to show you on this dashboard really, how do I close this now? Off you go, disappear. There you go. Right, what I wanted to show you on here was country staking wallet, GS lifestyle, GS bank, trivia wallet, and Kingdom Museum. These same tabs that you're seeing over here are mirrored on our Lydian World dashboard. So instead of me bouncing between the two, I'm going to take us back to the Lydian World dashboard, and I'm going to explain where the fees are generated from and where you can track them on both dashboards. So I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to take us back to the whiteboard, and I'm going to briefly talk. I'm going to briefly take us through the whiteboard so that we can first understand what we're about to look at. So this is essentially what is happening in Lydian World. The whole world has been divided into different countries. So for the sake of this conversation, I'm going to very badly draw Australia. And the reason I'm going to draw Australia is that it's the easiest shape for me to try and draw. Just bear with me on this one. Pretend this is Australia. For the sake of anyone watching this, I'm going to call it Australia so that we're not confused by this map. And the reason why we can do Australia right now and not catch abuse on this call is because all the Australians are asleep right now. So we're safe. We're safe in doing this country and drawing it poorly. Okay. There's no way I was going to draw Canada or the US or any country in Africa or Europe because you guys will just pull me apart. So the Australians are sleeping. Bear with me on this one. So the whole world is divided into different countries, and every country has a population. Now that population is broken down in ranking, starting at president rank and moving all the way down to citizen rank. And I'm going to show you where we can see the breakdown of those titles. Now, presidents earn a larger percentage of the country's Commonwealth wallets than citizens do. Okay, so there's a percentage of the Commonwealth wallet that gets paid to all the different people who are part of that country. You got to picture every single country has a wallet. This is a bad drawing of a wallet. So I'm going to put the dollar sign in here, and that represents a wallet. Now, most people are wondering, where do the funds come from that flow into this wallet that then allows that wallet to then pay into all the different ranks of the population of that particular country? Because ultimately there has to be a profit model, a business model that makes it worth our time to become citizens of Lydian World. And the question that Matthew asked yesterday, which is a brilliant question, is, so where does the money come from? What is actually filling this wallet that allows citizens of this country to be paid? And so we're going to go back into screen share mode, and we're going to go and answer this question together. And the cool thing is you can go onto your dashboards and get the same answers too. So I'm going to screen share with you, and we're going to go and get that question answered. So share screen. I'm going to flip one across. Let's see if the right tab is shared. Okay, great. We're in the right place here. Okay. So just to orientate you, I'm on my GSPartners dashboard. You can see in the top right corner there, it says GSPartners. So I'm sitting in my GSPartners dashboard. I've scrolled down my menu tab. I've clicked on Lydian World, and then I've clicked on dashboard. That's how I've got here. Okay, so I'm now sitting on the Lydian World dashboard. And And I've scrolled past the first two big blocks over here. I've scrolled past my current positions, and I'm coming down to country rewards. So this is to answer the question, where do the funds come from in order to pay to citizens? Okay, so let's have a look together. Country staking wallet. What does that mean? How does a country staking wallet come into existence? Right, let's stop there. Let's come back to the whiteboard marker. The way that a country staking wallet comes into existence is that staking is only possible with G999. Do we all agree that it's only possible to stake if you have G999? Remember yesterday we spoke about how do you protect a highway? You put stakes in the ground and then you run a fence along those stakes. So staking and noding are the things that protect the highway. Staking, therefore, is only possible if G999, with the value of 249,999 coins or more, are put into a wallet. The moment 249,999 coins are placed in a wallet, it immediately becomes a stake in the ground protecting that blockchain. And because there's a stake in the ground, it has a chance now of being paid fees for all traffic using that highway, using that blockchain. So every single country, there is a fee to enter into that country. There's a fee to becoming a citizen. There's a fee to becoming the president, the vice president, a mayor. I forget the other titles, but there's a fee to be paid. And that fee is turned into G999 and is placed into a wallet. And the moment that wallet goes past 249,999 coins, it activates staking. And every single time coins are given to this wallet, it tops up the country's wallet. So if there are 10 Australians who each paid a fee to become citizens, and that fee in G999 got to 249,999 or higher, immediately it becomes a country staking wallet. And that then pays back to the citizens as well. So it's centralizing the fee, the citizenship fee into a wallet that then becomes a staking wallet. Is that making sense so far? Just say, yes, I understand staking. And yes, I now understand where the staking fee comes from. Remember, we've only touched on one thing on the Lydian World dashboard so far. It's just the staking. I'm going to take us back to screen share to make sure that we're all on the same page again. Okay, I want to make sure we go through this properly. Look at country staking wallets. So where do the country staking wallet fees come from? G999 being paid in to become a citizen. Also sales, look here, sale of market vouchers. So in other words, if citizens who have KYC'd into a particular country are buying market vouchers, there is a percentage, look here, 2% of whatever was paid also goes into the country staking wallet. 2% of packages. So when someone buys a basic, a premier, a legend, an explorer, a pathfinder package, when those are bought, a percentage is also paid into the country staking. So there's a big central wallet per country that the fees are staked inside of, and then when that staking wallet is being paid, staked coins, those coins then trickle down, are paid proportionally into the citizens of that country. I'm going to stop there and I want to check. Type in a percentage. 100% I get it. 0% I have no idea what Bruce is saying. What is your percentage of understanding just on where the staking wallet fees come from? 100%, 100%, 100%. Okay, we're getting it. Great. Okay, most of us are getting it. So that's just one place. Matthew, so that's one place that fees come from that then obviously trickle down into the citizens. And the amazing thing, let's just remember this, the amazing thing is once those coins are locked into that wallet, they'll pay out for life because remember, they've created a stake in the ground. So the actual G999 become an asset that belongs to the country, and that asset keeps paying the citizens forever. The second thing that does is it takes G999 that might have been out in the open market and it locks it into these wallets. How many wallets? Well, go count how many countries are on Lydian map. And don't just count how many countries. I went to look, the United States has been divided state by state as well. So it's countries plus it looks like another 51 states. So all those coins are suddenly being taken off the market and locked into country wallets. Those become assets. Those assets pay the citizens of that country. Right, so that's one area that fees are generated. Let's go back into screen share. Let's take a look at the second place that fees are generated. GS Lifestyle. Okay, just so that we're all very clear, GS Lifestyle, that is our card, it's our fiat exchange, it's our crypto exchange, it's our travel discount platform. Maybe in the comment section, just type GSL if you've registered with GS Lifestyle, if you have one of the cards. Many of you know that I obviously have one of the cards. I've done training on it. My wife and I do all our living and spending on it. We have a GS Lifestyle card. Now, if you take a look here, funds are generated through the GS Lifestyle card and paid back into, okay, lots of people typing GSL, lucky, that's awesome to see. Okay, fees are paid back. Any spends that are happening through GSL are then also paid back into Lydian World. So what kind of fees are we seeing here? Where it says market vouchers 0.01 USDT per swipe, technically that's not a market voucher, that's actually the card swipe. Okay, so today, for instance, I went shopping. I had to buy some smart shirts and some smart pants for business, and I swiped my card in 3 different shops. Now, every time I swiped that card, 0.01 USDT went into the country that I'm KYC'd to. Okay, I'm KYC'd in South Africa. My GS Lifestyle card is KYC'd in South Africa. So anyone who's a citizen of South Africa, you can say, thank you very much, Bruce. Not because anyone's getting rich on 3 swipes of 0.01. Okay, I know I only put 3 cents into the country. Okay, I seem to have lost everybody on my phone. Jack, please come hide my phone in the room. It's going to create feedback here. Please go literally put it behind my pillow. Sorry, everyone. My phone seems to be on the blink a little bit, Jack. Go hide it away, or else it creates feedback. Thank you. Great. Okay, lost audio. Bruce, frozen. Right, okay, so what I was saying, let's go back to screen share. Let me go back to screen share. What I was saying was I was swiping my card today. I swiped it 3 times in 3 different shops. That put 3 cents into the country's coffers. Now, that's not hugely impressive, but imagine an entire population all swiping their cards, and that's adding fees in there. This 2.75% in USDT, it says packages. I need to double check that. I think that that's a programming typo, but the way that this was explained previously is that when someone does their once-off purchase of their card, and they do their monthly subscription, a portion of that payment in USDT is put back into the country's wallets. So every month I pay $30. Every month $30 comes out of my GSL account, and that goes into the South African, 2.75% of that goes into the South African wallet. So again, if you're a registered citizen in South Africa, you will in time start earning from all my monthly fees, all my swipes, and anybody else who's KYC'd in that country. So I'm going to stop there. I'm going to stop there, and I just want to check. Does GSL make sense? So just type 100% yes, 90, 80, all the way down. It's okay if it's not 100%. And here's why it's okay if it's not 100%. Because even the little description there is different to what was originally explained. So I think that's just a programming thing that we're looking at. Okay, great. 99.9%. That's fantastic. 80%. Rosa, thank you so much. I'm going to stop there because there's a question that popped through, and we are going to carry on. There's a question that popped through. It asked, essentially the person was asking, is it the country that I'm KYC'd in, or is it the country that I'm a citizen in? So I want to just separate those two things. We all, when we register with GSL and GSPartners, we all do a KYC. So we submit a picture of our passport or our ID or our driver's license, and that becomes the territory that we're now KYC'd in. And so any activity that I do, whether I'm in Dubai when I do it, or whether I'm in America or in Australia, any activity I do when I swipe my card will always pay back to the South African wallet, because that's where I'm KYC'd. Now let's go to the other side. I can choose to be a citizen in multiple territories in Lydian world. So I can go be a citizen in South Africa and in Australia and in the US and in Dubai, and I can earn on the fees that are coming through those countries. So my spend goes into one wallet, the country I'm KYC'd in. My earnings go into whichever countries I've bought citizenship in. Does that make sense? Please type a 2 if that makes sense, because there's two different things happening there. One is spend and one is earning. And I want to make sure that we understand that those are two different things. KYC, okay, KYC is my spend, and so my spend will always go into the country I'm KYC'd in. My earnings in Lydian world will be based on wherever I've gone and bought citizenship or bought presidency or mayorship or whatever it's called. Okay, great. Lots of 2s coming through. That's helpful for me. Thank you. Right, we're going to go back into screen share. Let's go back into screen share. Let's keep moving forward. So we've done staking. We've done GS lifestyle. Now we're going to come down to GS wealth. Right, so I would love to encourage every person to go to www.gswealth.global. In fact, let me just type it in over here so you can see it. www.gswealth.global. I don't know if that's screen sharing. Are you seeing gswealth.global, Andrew Harrod CDs? I'm just hoping you are. Andrew Harrod CDs, can you take yourself off mute and just let me know? Can you see GS Wealth right now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great. Andrew, you had a very feminine voice for a moment there. Okay, so that's fantastic. Thank you. Okay, so I would love to encourage every single person who's already got a GSPartners account. I'm just going to mute some people here. Don't take offense if I do it. Let me just mute some people. I would love to encourage every person who's got a GSPartners account to go into www.gswealth.global and go and click register. Go through the process of registering with GS Wealth, because it will add to your portfolio once this platform is live. So if you haven't done it, go and register. It's very intuitive. In other words, it's very easy to follow the steps. And when you are doing it, I'm going to just share my GSPartners account with you. When you are doing it, You know what? I'm going to shoot a video on it. It's much easier. My point is this: go start your registration process with GS Wealth. It'll serve you well if you are a GS partner. But having said that, let's come back to Lydian World GS Partner. Okay, so here we are, GS Wealth. Now, GS Wealth is our smart finance management platform. What does that mean in very easy terms? This is our decentralized banking platform. That means we can earn interest per annum. We can earn rewards on trades, some automated trades that happen on our behalf. We can increase the interest we earn per annum, or the rewards we earn per annum, by plugging in our community node, our exclusive node, our DeFi code, all of these things. And you'll see once you've done your registration, all of these things pull through to increase how much percentage reward we earn in GS Wealth. So this becomes a very neat one-stop shop for all things decentralized finance. Having said that, there is a fee that comes out of GS Wealth, so 1.25% of total profits or rewards or trade that moves through that gets pulled out of GS Wealth and gets sent to the country's wallets. Now, again, the same rules apply here. The country that you are KYC'd in, whatever is moving through your GS Wealth, the company is taking a portion that they would have kept as their profit, and they are pushing it back into the country's wallet that you're KYC'd in. And again, that is then filtered down into the population. I just want to make this very clear, and the company made this very clear. All these percentages are coming out of the company's wallets. In other words, whatever the company had originally set aside for them to earn, they've chosen to take that portion and pay it back in. They're not taking it out of our earnings. In other words, if you're a GS partner and you're not suddenly earning less. They've taken it out of their own profits and are pushing it back into Lydian World. And so I want to encourage everyone to go and register with GS Wealth so we can start becoming familiar with it. But understand that that is a decentralized banking platform. So there's managed markets, managed trading, there's interest-bearing options for you, or reward-bearing options for you. And the company takes a portion that they're making off that collective asset base, and they're pushing it back into Lydian World. Okay, does that make sense? Just type a yes or a no. No gray area today. Yes, yes, yes. And again, we're going to go into detail more and more, but I wanted to make sure that we answered Matthew's question on where's the money coming from on this. And again, this is with an ecosystem that only has what the company has pushed into it. Remember, we're looking at 4 things only at the moment. I'm going to take us back into screen share. We're only looking at 4 things that the company has put here. We're looking at country staking. That's what GSB has put in place. GS Lifestyle, that's what the company's put in place. GS Wealth, the company has put in place. Trivia Robot, the company has put in place. And then this is an outside partnership that the company has launched with. And this is exciting because that is one example of a business that has said we want to plug into your ecosystem. So I want you to cast your minds forward, and I'm going to go through these 2 in a moment. I want you to cast your minds forward to hotel groups that go, we want to plug into your ecosystem, we want to plug into your community. I want you to cast your mind forward into maybe vehicle companies. I don't know, maybe a company that's currently being consolidated with Joseph Heights at the moment. I want you to picture a world where people are accessing this marketplace because they know that there's a user base here, and they know that all data is real time. They're not waiting for an annual report. They're not waiting for a quarterly report. They're not waiting for a monthly report. They can track real time market penetration, use of products and services. So having said that, let's take a look at the last 2 here. Trivia Bot, for those who know how to use Telegram, this is a gaming bot that some of the development team got excited about and have created. You can play So this is like for our brainiacs. Type the word nerd, N-E-R-D, if you're a bit of a brainiac nerd. I'm excited about this. But this is where the brainiacs can go up and do trivia against each other. And there's a fee to play, obviously a fee to play. And then that fee then goes into the winning. So you can play against people and you can win G999 from each other. 20% of whatever goes into the gaming fee gets paid back into the country's wallet and then gets distributed down the citizenship. And then lastly, kendama. Kendamas are a very old traditional Japanese toy. They got highlighted at the Dubai event, but this is a pilot program that is basically declaring to the world, if you've got something of value, if there is something that carries, you know, heritage value for you and you want to protect it, but at the same time you want to monetize it. Because it's one thing to be a philanthropist and want to protect things, but there's always a cost to that. And philanthropists tend to die. And then that thing that had value changes ownership, and you just never wanted ending up with the stepkid who sells it for a Bugatti. Okay, this answers that concern. It says, let's put all of this national heritage, this national prime, this history into a safe space, and let's monetize it so it can stay safe. And all the money that is generated out of here, there's a certain portion of it that then gets paid back into countries' wallets. So this is the NFT space. I want you to imagine if you can NFT kendama, Japanese heritage toys. You can do the same thing for Hindu pieces of art. You can do the same thing for any piece of history really that has value, and then you can bring it into a safe house, with a community that is essentially generating income for it and at the same time receiving income from it. So those are all the avenues currently that we had. 3 people type nerd. Okay, 3 people play the trivia game. I'll see you on there when it goes live. But those are the different avenues that exist now. The point of Lydian World, and if we can really grab hold of this, the point of Lydian World is to create a platform that businesses can plug into in order to access our market. Amazon exists because it's a platform that allows one group to connect with another group. That's all it is. Facebook is the same thing. It's a template. It's a platform that allows people to connect with people. Lydian World is a platform that allows people to connect with people. But if you bring value into the world, then there's income to be earned out of it as well. It's what you could call an international business blockchain platform. That's what Lydian World is. But it's been presented in a very simple, easy to understand manner. Here's the world map. We all know what that looks like. Here's how you can go and click on a particular country and look at what's happening in that country real time. Here's the sources of income. Here's how they get paid out. It's simplifying the marketplace. And if you've got a simple marketplace, then you're no longer having to advertise to the crypto community. You can now advertise to the 99% who are not yet in cryptocurrencies. That's the strength of Lydian World. So I know that we're still helicopter viewed out. I mean, we didn't really go into the nuts and bolts, but every time we start big, it's easier for us to get closer and closer to the detail. So we've gone past the 30-minute mark, but we always want to make sure there's Q&A time. So you all know how this works. If you've got a question or a thought, it's really simple. Turn your camera, turn your microphone on. Let's maybe take 5 minutes to question or ask some things. Kitty, I can see your microphone's on. Go for it.
Yes, Bruce, I would like to have a question because I just tried on the dashboard. I have more than 33,000 of Lydian World. But when I want to use it, I just click to purchase. It doesn't show it. It's normal.
No, Kitty, so there's a little bit of a roundabout way to do it. One of the guys in our team, Harry from Netherlands, actually shot a short video. So let me rather get the how-to videos into the community. I only got it right because Harry sent the video to me and I was like, oh, okay, I'll go click there, I don't click there. So I don't want to get the question wrong now because I've only done it once and I don't want to give the wrong advice. Let me rather get the how-to video and we'll make sure that that gets out either via Price Action Channel or via G999. But there are a lot of how-to videos being made. You can spend that. I think you're just clicking on the same tab I was clicking on until I got corrected on which tab to click. And for the life of me, I cannot remember which one it is, and I don't want to give you the wrong information.
Maybe I can help Bruce.
Yeah, Harry's on the call. There you go, Harry.
Okay.
Which one was it again?
I like to, when you click on add country, first you look if you are eligible. You just put in the position that you want, president to citizen. Then you put in the country you want. Then you click on eligibility. And then you see how much Lydians, and you have more than 33,000, depends on what country you're in. Write that down, the amount. Then you go to add to country. And there you put the amount in that is needed for that position in the world. Then you will get a pop-up fenster. And from that, you will add, and then you're in the country, and then you will see it in your dashboard.
Okay, Harry.
Okay,
Harry,
thank you.
Harry, talk us through it. We've got the screen up. Talk us through where I'm going to go now.
Okay, I want to become, and then you have a little arrow down. If you push that one, and then you say just the position that you want, and then you go to the country, select the country state, just the country. Then you click on eligibility, and there you see that it costs 16,414.81. Write that one down. Then you go to a little bit down, and then you go to add country.
Okay.
And there you click the amount in, the 16,440.81.
Now we can see the issue here is that I've spent mine, but let's keep going.
Then want to deposit in Algeria, and then it says, and then not enough. But when you push on add now, then you're in the country.
Perfect. That's as far as we can go for this example. Does that make sense, Kitty?
Yes, yeah. Thank you very much.
You're
Thanks,
welcome.
Harry. So glad you're on the
Thanks
call.
very much.
Bruce.
Judy, go for it.
Hi, can you hear me okay?
No.
Bruce, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. Go for it, Judy.
Okay, I wanted to make sure people were aware of one little thing. There is a slight glitch inside the GS Wealth management. When people come over, they are not to KYC. When they register for the GS Wealth, don't register for KYC. People who do that are finding a bit of a glitch in terms of getting everything connected. What they need to do is create a token that will pull their already KYC'd GSPartners account. So it will pull all the information over and provide them with their specific rate of return, because every rate of return in the smart wealth management is different dependent upon what package they have, what other products they have, as well as their highest rank that they've achieved. So they simply need to create the token, add the token, and it will pull everything together. And when
Brilliant,
people do
Judy.
it that way, there have been no glitches.
Yeah, and John Rawnsley did about a 5-minute video. I know there's lots of videos out there, so I'm not saying this is the one. There's lots of good ones. But John Rawnsley did one on YouTube that shows you how to generate a token and then how your KYC pulls across. So Judy is spot on. If you can do a search on YouTube, there's probably about 5 videos that I've seen so far made by different people in the community. They're all good. Wendy, if there is a glitch, just send to support. They are working through glitches, and they do have a team that's also manually working through the different challenges. Right, we've got Andrew Harrod-Cedes with his hand up. Andrew, go for it.
Thanks, Bruce. Thanks for the awesome presentation. What I wanted to find out is, are you able to send your legacy points from one wallet or from one account to the other? Could I send my legacy points to Natalie's account?
Andrew, I haven't seen that functionality, and I'm not sure that it would be programmed in because legacy points were issued to people based on the activity that they did. So it's a loyalty point. It's not necessarily a currency. Whilst we can take the loyalty points and reward it into our own profile, I don't see any functionality to pass that legacy or loyalty point over. Second point on that, Andrew, is when I looked at the Dubai incentive and we saw the terms and conditions at the bottom, it was very clear that they are non-transferable. So I think if they were non-transferable for the incentive, they'll probably remain non-transferable now as well. But great question. Hull Taylor,
Thanks.
over to you.
Thanks, Bruce.
Good. Hello. Thank you very much. Why is in the map is the USA dark? And so if I become a citizen of Texas and a great development comes out in Mississippi, then only Mississippians participate in that. I mean, it's not a country thing, it's a state by state thing for everything.
Hell, it's such a good question. I don't even have an answer to that because I imagine when everyone did their KYCs, you weren't KYCing state by state. So it's a fantastic question. I'm just not sure what the coding, what is it? I'm not sure how the coding is going to work that through. I don't have an answer on that, Hell. I don't want to give the wrong answer.
Can I maybe add something to the darker side of the map? Maybe that's well, we have seen that the US is divided in 50, not only 50 states, but 51 states. And at this moment, not all the states have one citizen. And I think when all the states have one citizen, I think then the darkness will go away for the US. I think there are a few left. So when you click on the US, you see a few states are still not populated by people. And I think when that happens, then also that will go away.
And a follow-up question, is the price of a country or a state in the US, is that based on the current GDP of that country or state, the global actual real life GDP of that country or state?
What I've seen now, there are huge differences. And I think it's on the GDP of every state different, because there is a huge difference between California or Mississippi. And you can see reflecting that in the Lydian lines that you need to come in.
Okay, thank you.
Guys, it's so awesome having a community who's able to answer questions like this. It's fantastic. Harry, I really appreciate you being on the call tonight. Harry has pulled the Lydian world apart. You must see the detail he's gone into on that, and he will be training on it shortly. We're going to finish off this call because we've gone 10 minutes over, so this is turning into the 40 minutes half hour. But I'll post this recording as soon as possible. And again, every day, every week, guys, hey, that's enough. Every day, every week, we will be getting on calls to help. Last question, Owen's asking, are citizenship fixed prices? Citizenships are fixed prices, but the positions above are not. Those are robust auction positions, and the auction will go all the way until 25th of December. If you see, there's a countdown there. So that looks like the ending date for the auction. Right, we are done for tonight. Love to spend time with all of you. Thanks for all the great questions. Harry, thanks for all the great input. And we'll see you all hopefully tomorrow again. Cheers, everyone.
Thank you, Bruce. Cheers, guys.
Thanks, Bruce.